Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Lakers trade plan for center gets major update amid pressure from stars. The Los Angeles Lakers are half-heartedly trying to grant Anthony Davis's wish to add another center. According to NBA insider Mark Stein, the Lakers are indeed exploring all of their trade options to trade for a center after the Dorian Finney-Smith trade. Yet league sources stressed over the weekend that the Lakers are not expected to join the hunt for either Nikola Vucevic or Toronto's Jakob Poeltl, while oft suggested Lakers target Walker Kessler of the Utah Jazz is believed to be as close to unavailable as it gets with less than 10 days to go before the trade deadline on February 6 at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, Stein wrote in his The Stein Line newsletter on Substack. The Lakers' reluctance to surrender a first-round pick for either Vucevic or Poeltl is what keeps holding them from making a deal. Adding Vucevic would be very pricey for the Lakers beyond Chicago's desire to extract a first-round pick in return, absorbing the $21.5 million owed to Vucevic in 2025-26 is daunting financially for a team that projects to have Davis and LeBron James taking up two-thirds of next season's salary cap and has strained to stay below the second apron this season. Poeltl, meanwhile, is a similar case, with a $19.5 million salary looming in both 2025-26 and 2026-27, player option, and the Raptors are believed to be seeking an even richer return than Chicago has sought for Vucevic to part with a player many teams believe that Toronto would prefer to keep, Stein wrote. The latest news from Stein only confirmed the earlier reports from The Athletic that the Lakers are standing pat or make half-measure trade. The sense around the league, when talking to rival scouts and front office personnel, is that standing pat or making a half-measure trade, likely one or two second-round picks, is more likely than the Lakers going all in and trading both of their future first-round picks that can be moved. That's dependent, of course, on the available players, asking prices, and the team's performance through the deadline, Buha reported on January 21. Even after the public pressure staged by their stars Davis and James, Rob Pelinka, the team's vice president of basketball operations and general manager, did not budge. He's not mortgaging their future by trading their remaining two first-round picks available for current roster upgrades. According to ESPN's Brian Windhorst and Tim Bontemps, the Lakers have not changed their approach to the NBA trade deadline despite the pressure from their stars. The Lakers' recent discussions with teams show little sign of aggression, sources say, and those actions speak to their concern level about their stars at the moment. The Lakers have shown a reticence to put their future first-round picks into trades in recent seasons, and there's no indication that position has shifted, Windhorst and Bontemps reported on January 24. Jovan Buha of The Athletic recently hinted that Indiana Pacers center Myles Turner could become available due to his contract situation. It's specifically just a basic contract situation of he is about to be an unrestricted free agent and he's going to want $30 plus million, and I've heard Indiana is not sure if they want to give him $30 plus million, Buha said via his Buha's Block podcast. If they don't, then from an asset management perspective, it makes sense to trade him and get something back for him. If Myles Turner is available, I think, if you're the Lakers, you have to go and get him, Buha suggested. Because he just fits perfectly next to AD on both sides of the floor. He spaces the floor and he's a rim protector. Then again, the Pacers will not give up Turner for pennies. If he becomes available, will Pelinka change his stance on their first-round draft capital? Lakers' defensive lineup looks scary for the rest of the NBA. The Los Angeles Lakers have shown significant improvement defensively of late after struggling on that end for much of this 2024-25 season. The Lakers have put the clamps on teams to go on a 3-game win streak, and they're now capable of having an incredible defensive lineup out on the court. You'd have a hard time scoring against this lineup. Gabe Vincent, Max Christie, Dorian Finney-Smith, Jared Vanderbilt, and Anthony Davis are all good to great defenders. Except for Vincent, they all can hold their own when switched on to bigger and smaller players, which makes them just that bit more difficult to play against. While the 6 feet 2 inches Vincent may not be able to guard bigs, he is the Lakers' best defender in the backcourt. He struggled with injuries in his first season in LA but is now showing why he was given a 3-year, $33 million deal in 2023. Vincent has a defensive rating of 111.4 this season, the second best on the Lakers among players who are averaging at least 20 minutes per game. Their fans were once desperate to see the 28-year-old shipped out of town, but he has managed to win them over. The only Laker averaging more than 20 minutes a game to better Vincent when it comes to defensive rating is Finney Smith, who is at 107.5. The Lakers had lacked an elite 3-and-D wing for years, and they finally have one now after acquiring him. It's not a coincidence that we have seen this defensive improvement from the Lakers after Finney Smith's arrival. While there is a lot of credit to go around for that, he has certainly played a big part in this uptick. Next, we get to Christie, who has a defensive rating of 113.4 in 2024-25. The Lakers received some criticism for giving him a 4-year, $32 million deal this past offseason, but he has shown they were right to believe in him. Davis sang Christie's praises for his defense earlier this season, as he commended the youngster for how he had defended against some of the elite guards in the NBA. Ja Morant was someone who especially struggled against Christie, as he went 0-6 when guarded by him when they faced off in December. As for Vanderbilt, he made his season debut in the Lakers' 118-108 win over the Golden State Warriors on Saturday. He was only on the court for 12 minutes, but managed to record 3 steals in that time and was a menace defensively. Vanderbilt might just be the Lakers' best perimeter defender, and they'd be hoping he can stay healthy the rest of the way. Last but not least, we get to Davis, who is the Lakers' best defender. Now, his 113.8 defensive rating might not suggest he is the best, but numbers don't tell the whole story in his case. Davis has made 5 all-defensive teams and is a force on that end of the court. He finished 4th in Defensive Player of the Year voting last year and might just be the best defensive player to have never won the award. A lineup with these 5 is probably what Lakers head coach J.J. Redick would go with if they need a stop late in the game. Lakers predicted to land Warriors star in potential blockbuster deal. The Los Angeles Lakers are expected to be big players as the highly anticipated NBA trade deadline approaches. We are less than 2 weeks away from the February 6th trade deadline, and many expect Los Angeles to make a trade or two to bolster their roster. While that is the case, league sources suggest that they are expected to stand pat or make a move around the margins. If the Lakers were to take that route, it would not help their chances of making a deep playoff run. LA needs to make a big roster change, and in this trade idea, they turn to their division rival for a massive defensive upgrade. This hypothetical trade has the Lakers landing former Defensive Player of the Year, Draymond Green. Here's how the deal would work using Spotrac. Lakers receive, Draymond Green. Warriors receive, Rui Hachimura, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. This type of trade may not raise the Lakers' title odds, but it would certainly improve their frontcourt defense with a potential duo of Green and Anthony Davis. It would certainly be the best defensive frontcourt duo. In addition, the Lakers appease Davis by getting an elite defensive frontcourt player. Green may not be a center, as Davis was vocal about in his conversation with ESPN's Shams Charania. However, Green plays big and would be a huge help for Davis and the entire defense. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Draymond? Leave your opinion in the comments.